Good evening. With the Ghana Learning Channel's news in capsule for Monday, July 19, 2021, I am Kingsley Bryan. Here's a look at some of the top stories we will be covering this evening. We'll tell you, Because We Care reaches Region 5, over $196 million to be distributed to students there. Also, private schools being considered for the government's Because We Care grant. And residents benefit from NIS outreach. Region 3 is the latest region to be visited. Then, multi-million-dollar pasteurizing plant for Region 5. Private investment will create jobs. In the region, we'll tell you that UWI is aiming to reduce costs as part of a strategic 5-year plan. And internationally, researchers uncovers Da Vinci's descendants, part of the Da Vinci DNA project. And now for the news in detail. Over the next 3 days, $196 million is expected to be distributed to 10,324 students in the Mahaica-Berbice region through the Government of Ghana Because We Care Cash Grant, which was launched in Region 5 on Sunday at the Karamat Primary School located along the Maikoni Creek. At the official launch in the region, Honorable Minister of Education Priya Manikchand explained to parents that the grant is meant for each public school child, and that the government exploring the possibility of having the program extended to private schools. The grant is valued at $19,000, which includes $15,000 from the Because We Care cash grant and $4,000 from the Uniform and School Supplies grant. The minister noted that the grant is meant to give parents a helping hand to enhance the lives of their children and the home, as most parents want to ensure their children can grow up under better conditions than they did and have more opportunities and more in life. She said that any good parent will ensure that the money is used effectively and can serve their children. Minister Manikchand encouraged parents to continue working with their children so that they can all excel and do better. Also on the school blotter, Vice President Dr. Barry Jagdeo says the government is actively examining the possibility of extending the Because We Care cash grant to children in private schools. The Vice President made the announcement after parents of private school students asked for the initiative, which is currently for public school students, to be extended to their children as well. Approximately 172,000 children are expected to benefit from the $3.2 billion program. Last week, Minister of Education, the Honorable Priya Manikchand, along with the Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, the Honorable Nigel Darmlal, and the Minister of Natural Resources, Vikram Bharat, launched the distribution in Region 2. Distribution continues in Regions 5, 6, and 10 this week. Separately, residents of Parika and other villages in Region 3, Essequibo Islands, West Demerara, are the latest to benefit from an outreach by the National Insurance Scheme to address ongoing issues. The exercise was led by Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, and followed a similar event at the Giftland Mall on Saturday. The minister said he hopes NIS staff members would go the extra mile to ensure citizens concerned are resolved, noting that the presence of residents at the exercise showed their interest in life after retirement. He said in instances where employers fail to account for the employees' contributions, legal actions will be taken. Apart from reshaping the entity's approach to contributors, NIS board member Mrs. Gillian Burton-Prasad said the outreach seeks to enhance the entity's image and educate people about their benefits. Mrs. Burton-Prasad urged young persons to pay attention to their contributions to ensure there is no problem when they are ready to retire. And in a separate story, Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa revealed that a new multi-million-dollar pasteurizing plant will soon be established in Region 5 by a private investor, creating employment opportunities for residents. During a meeting with farmers on Saturday, the minister said the government is seeking out a portion of land for the project. Work on the project should begin over the next 2 months, Minister Mustafa added. The minister reiterated that agriculture, mining, construction, oil and gas must all contribute to Ghana's development. He said when a country depends on one sector, that sector fails. It can never have devastating effects on the economy. Minister Mustafa stressed that agriculture creates jobs, wealth, and food security, and he noted that Ghana is leading the agriculture agenda across the Caribbean. And in the sporting arena, The late Harry Powell, who represented Guyana at the Olympic Games in Mexico in 1968, was honored on Saturday with the renaming of the Success Playfield on the east coast of Demerara. The Playfield has now been named the Harry Powell Playfield. Powell, who ran the grueling 5,000-meter and 10,000-meter races, passed away in June 2000, aged 63, and lived just a corner away from the Playfield. Pioneer of the project, Mustafa Azimullah, told the Newsroom Sports they wanted to appreciate the outstanding accomplishments of the late Powell, and that story was taken from the Newsroom. And in news from the region, the University of the West Indies, UWI, is aiming to reduce costs to students from the Caribbean as part of its strategic plan over the next 5 years. The reduced cost to students is part of a grand objective of the regional educational institution, which includes the enhancement of UWI's financial strength, stabilization of the contributions of governments, and transformation of its governance in the best interest of the public. The 5-year plan, dubbed Operation Revenue Revolution 75+, launched last Wednesday by UWI Vice-Chancellor Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, seeks to address the financial stability of the region's leading tertiary institution. According to a press release, UWI seeks to create a funding model in which half of its revenue comes from the UWI's contributing Caribbean governments, with the other half coming from the university's entrepreneurial actions. These entrepreneurial actions, the UWI said, were regional student fees, 20%, international student fees, 10%, business activity, 10%, with 5% each coming from the private sector investment and endowments, including alumni. According to the release, UWI's vision and strategy were embraced by the chairman of CARICOM, Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, the Honorable Gaston Brown. And that story was extracted and modified from the Loop Caribbean News. And internationally, decades-long research into Leonardo da Vinci's purported remains has revealed how many people currently alive can claim to be descendants of the family of the Renaissance genius and Mona Lisa painter. We can tell you now, it's 14. The findings, published in the journal Human Evolution this month, comes from a new genealogical tree going through 21 generations and 4 branches. The research is part of the Leonardo da Vinci's DNA project, which aims to confirm remains thought to be his and to better understand his extraordinary talents and visual acuity through genetic associations. End of quote. The researchers behind the study wrote these results are, open quote, eagerly awaited from a historical viewpoint, as they will help academics to scientifically explore the roots of his genius, to find information on his physical prowess and on his possibly precocious aging, on his being left-handed, on his health and possible hereditary sicknesses, and to explain certain peculiar sensory perceptions, like his extraordinary visual quality and synesthesia. End of quote. Researchers gathered data from historical documents in public and private archives and direct accounts by descendants of Leonardo's family members. While the study provided little information about the living descendants, in order to protect their privacy, project researchers Agnes Sabato and Alessandro Vizzosi told CNN that the individuals vary in age from 1 to 85. And that story was extracted and modified from CNN. And that's our news broadcast for Monday, July 19, 2021. Please join us for a rebroadcast tomorrow morning. On behalf of myself and technical teams, thanks for watching. Please join us for our NGSA Booster programs. Also, remember to observe all the necessary precautionary methods to fight off COVID-19. We're all in this together. Good evening.